Carpentry and antiques are my passions. Through the years, I have amassed various collections as well as useful woodworking skills. I have learned that just by keeping your eyes open while earning a living, you can learn a lot. I'm always looking for ways to do things differently and deviate from what's conventional. Join me on a journey of education and entertainment through projects and adventures. My name is Tischler, and welcome to my channel. Hi everyone, and welcome to, I guess, what would be episode 3 of the firewood bin. It's probably been a couple months since I've worked on this. I've been busy working out of town, getting my stuff stolen, so I'm back here, gonna work on this. I have a little bit of time, one day, to get some stuff done here. So I got this old, I think this is like a 9-inch lap cedar siding that I got from a soffit and fascia job I was doing. So this wasn't really in the plans, but I got that job and then I got this material, and so I thought it would kind of look good. I don't know if I put that there and around the corner. I'll see how much of it I have. It's like a 9-inch exposure, so it'll cover quickly. So basically I'll put it on backwards and stain it with the Sicken stain, just like that. But first, I've got I don't really have any cordless tools yet left, so I gotta go back here and dig out my corded tools to use. So, and this is the mess I'm dealing with. So I know a lot of you bug me about being a hoarder, which I am. So I gotta get a lot of this cleaned up so I can get to my tools. So let's do that. Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm obviously not smart enough to miter these. So my next plan is gonna be break a corner out of aluminum and just do it that way. This is obviously not gonna work. This thing is sinking into the ground and there's a tree in the way, and I just can't get it started square. So if you can't get it started square, it's never gonna work. Okay, so update on the mitering. I think I woke up and kind of got myself together and figured out how to do this. It's really confusing. This is an angle and that's an angle, and it doesn't really matter what measurements you take, they don't always line up. I have no idea, but I think I got it looking okay. So if I keep doing what I'm doing, combination of scribing and measuring, I think I'll get it to look all right. But I really wanted it mitered because it makes the corner look a lot more minimalistic and makes it, I don't know, I just like it better. But we'll keep going like that, and I'm happy with it so far. Okay, so this has been working good so far, so I'll kind of show you what I came up with to do this. So I just make a mark at approximately where it's gonna go there. I don't know if you can see with the camera. And then a mark tight up to there. And then go over to the saw and take this crude straight edge and connect these two lines. And it's a different angle every time because these are kind of warped and they bevel slightly differently. So now the angle has got to go this way. 45 like that. And I don't know what I'd do without this light on here to line it up. So I line the shadow line up right there. And then if the board sits flat, I can angle it the right way and kind of get a rough idea of what angle to use. Walk it there and see. Okay, I think that's our angle. And of course I screwed that one up because these are not flat, they're so cupped. Can't hold them flat on the saw. But then that'll go kind of something like that and they turn out okay. So now I'll just make my 9-inch marks and nail it up. So I got these. I mean, they're not perfect. I might have to, these are cupped so bad, I'm gonna have to put a staple or something in there to hold that tight. But I just ran these on there wild, and I'll go back with some sort of saw and cut that off. And then I'll just have to wipe all this mold off. I don't know if I mentioned that I put these on backwards. This is the finished side, but this is the rough sawn side. And the idea is to have the rough sawn side and stain it like I did. I put the hardwood flooring on backwards too. And then I went and ripped the like finished bottom side off so it's not painted. Not that that really matters because you don't see down there anyways, but and there's still a little paint dribble and stuff, but I don't know, I guess it's kind of a rustic look. Okay, now I'm gonna trim this off using the one flex volt tool I have left. This can go right into the bin. And there, I think I'll maybe just put some staples or something in there to hold that tight. And then just one more piece here, and I'm done this part. So I don't really know what clips I have and don't have, but right now I'm just working on making some more of the logs. So I'm not sure if I got this on video yet or not, but I'm just working. I cut some smaller ones and put them in. So I just kind of figure out a place where it would look good. Put it on. And yeah, I'm kind of running out, so I'll have to cut some more. Okay, so I just ran out of battery power on both batteries I have left. So I have one over there charging, and that one's gonna have to be next. So I'll have to dig out some 20-volt batteries, and hopefully they're charged. And I'll have to work on something else. I could dig around a bit more in here and try and find some pieces that aren't too rotten to cut up, or what I think I'm gonna do is clear some of this stuff out of the way and start working on the back. So I think I'm gonna bring these louvers 8 inches around here, same as I did on the front. Put a mullion here. Maybe I have some galvalume that I think's about this high, so maybe I'll put that strip up to here and carry it over, and then bring these louvers around here and then these top ones carry them all the way through. I think that would look kind of cool. So I'll get working on this and figure something out. Okay, so I had this scrap galvalume that's just, I think this is actually a cover sheet, so it's really no good for anything else, so I'm gonna try and use it up here. And I thought it might be kind of cool if I folded this around the corner seamlessly. Just kind of an experiment that I'm gonna try. Definitely not your conventional way of using this stuff, but I marked it out, and I don't even know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna give it a try. Oh, looks like that's the absolute minimum. I couldn't have gone any closer. This high tensile steel is really hard to bend in the brake. Ooh, is that about a 90? I think so. Okay, so it'll have a very clean trend. So the idea is to have this piece go in here like this, just bent it around the corner, and I'll cut the angle on that, and then I'm gonna find out how much I have. I'm gonna have to move that mullion because I'm not gonna have enough. I'm gonna have to back lap to this rib, and then I think I'll do it at this rib. Leave this full height to stay with the corner, and then bring another mullion strip down to whatever that level is and carry those louvers through the top. Okay, so I have no idea how this happened, but this mullion, I guess it was exactly enough. The little lip on the lap edge tucks right in behind there just enough so this'll fit. So I don't have to move this at all. I have no idea how that happened, but I didn't think I'd have enough, but I guess even back lapping that one, it did turn into enough, so that's really good news. So I'm just kind of working on this, kind of hackishly figuring out these joints here, and I just remembered before I cut this line, I was about to do that, but I need to fold it over on the top and cap it, so I measured that, so I'll cut that off. And then I'll just kind of cut into there a little bit and fold that back, and it'll have a cap on each side. So now what I'll do, I cut this to be the same height as this. So when this comes across, it'll meet right up there. So I guess I'll just cut the top of that off square, and it'll just be this aluminum exposed. So these pieces here were all fairly consistent, so I just batch cut a few of them, and last time I was doing this I didn't have my cordless stapler, so this is a lot easier. Just kind of line up the corners, make sure those are tight, staple it on the corner to keep it tight. And I'm not too concerned about gauging these or anything. It's such a short span and they're on the back, so if anything's too egregious back here, it's not really a real issue. Chances are this bin is never gonna move from here, and this is all bushes back here, so a lot of this stuff is really just an experiment. Okay, I'll dig through this pile. I got quite a bit left over, so I can kind of pick the better ones. Now, this is where things are gonna get interesting. So these ones, you can tell they just went like that, but these, in case you had trouble visualizing or understanding what I was talking about before, these ones are gonna carry all the way through. Again, just an experiment, and I planned this out intentionally to land right in a lap between courses, just so it looks deliberate and intentional. Really, it's accidental because I didn't have enough galvalume to do this, so it's all kind of just an experiment. But I measured this one at 81 inches, so I'll go find a piece long enough and fairly nice and straight to cut that out of. So I got these all on. I don't know whether that looks silly or cool or what. I can't really get far enough back to really take a good look at it, but I'll just, rather than pressure washing them before like I was doing, I'm just gonna do it right now and brighten them up a bit and get them ready for stain. Here's a good example of what the pressure washing does. See how much it gets rid of the dirt and brightens it up? Then it'll stain up fairly nice like these ones. Okay, so I got the rest of these on and I think I'm pretty much finished now. So I guess this series will end at episode 3, but that's good enough, I guess. So I'll just kind of go over a bit how this is going to work and be set up, if it's not obvious already. But basically, fire pit's over there. So if you need wood, where's my... This is kind of what I'm using to prop this lid open. So generally, lid will be propped open and the bin will most likely be full all the time. I can't see myself burning more wood than I collect, but yeah, so there's that. And if it gets too far down and you don't want to go dumpster diving, that's what these doors are for. So it kind of... Oh, now I got it jammed. Shouldn't open it when there's this much stuff in there, but all these are just kind of placed sort of in a concealed way, so you don't see any of the door seams. But when it opens, they're just screwed to the door itself, so they lift away. Makes for a really concealed door. Eventually I'll paint these latches. I gotta tweak this a little bit so it sits square. I had to lift it up over here to get the siding in, and I'll have to level it out and everything, but that's not really important to show on the video. But and then this, if you can remember from episode 2, I think, this was just an experiment with different depths. This whole thing is just an experiment. Like, it looks really busy and everything, but I was just kind of experimenting with different facade types and just all kinds of little ideas that I had. And then walking around back, this just kind of these pieces of recycled hardwood floor that I had sitting actually outside my hoarder bin at the farm. Those were probably sitting out there for 10 years or so when I first started that project. And then this again was kind of almost a serendipitous happening here. If these would have been long enough. This whole back would have just been galvalume, but they weren't long enough. So I had to improvise and think of something else, but I actually kind of like it. It's a little weird and bizarre. Some people might not like it, but I think it's kind of cool. I've seen this done in other circumstances, like above a doorway or something like that, and it looks pretty cool to continue the louvers. But just kind of an idea, just showing it basically. And then with this corner, again, just kind of a dumb idea I had, something to try rather than put a big busy corner, something big and lumpy, make it as minimalistic as possible. I don't know, kind of dumb, but looks all right. And then this stuff, like I'll have to put a cap or something, trim this back. I messed up my math with this. This was, yeah, but I can live with that. It's back here. Nobody's ever gonna come crawling back here. Again, all just experiments. And then, yeah, this side is the cedar siding. Finally figured out how to miter the corners. A lot of the times on cedar siding, like homes from the 60s, 70s, 80s, you see it a lot with like X90 siding, but they do it with cedar siding too. Is they'd have either a steel or aluminum corner piece that would go on, and that way the miter, I think they'd actually just cut them square and then put that corner on and make it nice. But a lot of the houses from, I don't know, the 40s, 50s, when this 8-inch, 9-inch exposure siding got popular, they'd actually miter the corners like this. So yeah, I wanted to try that. And that siding is also on there backwards to have the rough sawn side exposed, which I think it looks kind of cool. And then this was just an idea I had. I think I saw this. Some stores in malls have that. I forget which store it is, but I've seen that done before, so that wasn't my idea. A lot of this stuff I've seen. I've never seen this before. I think that was my own idea, but a lot of these are just kind of my own variations of ideas I've seen before. But yeah, if you liked this video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll have more projects like this, and yeah, so I think it turned out all right for the experiment that it was. I was originally actually just gonna leave it plywood, but I thought that kind of looked trashy and, you know, like a real dumpster, so I just wanted to turn it into something nice. I think those wood pieces, like this is all recycled wood, so it really helps the fact that it's a firewood bin, because it's all made from stuff that was essentially firewood to me that I got for use as firewood. So it's all recycled material, except for the aluminum. That was the most costly part, breaking that metal roof. But yeah, other than that, all recycled material. So I'm pretty happy about being able to do that and making something that looks nice out of what was essentially garbage. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. See you next time.